Hi, it's Beth from RunToRace.com, and I'm finally healthy again. I have some cool updates I want to share with you today, just about my training and trying to get back on track after pneumonia. So basically what happened since my last race in New Orleans, I was really sick and I just never really got over it. I just started feeling worse and worse and worse. There days felt a little better and I thought I was getting better, and then I would just get sicker again. I had a comment, I think on my other video, asking how I got over pneumonia and what I'd recommend, and really the best thing I recommend is just go to the doctor. Like if you're feeling really sick, just go see somebody. The worst thing they can tell you is it's just a cold and go home. But best case scenario, if you really are sick, you'll get some help, and that's what I did. I got some antibiotics, and 5 days later I was due that prescription and started running again. One thing that I probably would have recommended is not going back to running as quickly as I did. My first few runs I probably went out too soon, and I had some really bad coughing fits, some really embarrassing, just like doubled over on the bike path, just like heaving, coughing, choking. If that happens, you probably shouldn't be running. The trouble with pneumonia is just the breathing. It's not that I felt super sick at the end of it when I went out to go try to run, but it was very difficult to breathe, lots of coughing. So just I'd recommend taking care of yourself. Go to a doctor if you have to, and make sure you get what you need to get better. Really take it seriously. Don't downplay it, and just assume it's nothing. Training wise, I am off track. I should have been doing a longer run this weekend than I did, and I should be doing a 20 miler this weekend. That may or may not happen. So I'm going to still try for that 20 miler, and we'll see how far I get, and we'll go from there. This past weekend I did 16. They were very slow. I'm gonna try to put in a clip of, or at least like a little picture of how I did somewhere in here. It was fine. Like 16 miles for me has been a bad distance in the past. I did 16 miles on a trail race once, and it took, I think like well over 4 hours, maybe 4.5 hours even, to do it because it was trail race. And also, I'm sorry if this is TMI guys, but it was the first day of my period, which is not a good day to be like doing something like that, at least for me. I'm not against exercising through things, but this was extremely painful with like terrible stomach cramps throughout the whole thing. And then the most recent 16 miler I did before this was on August 16th, when I had that terrible injury. I'll put a link to some of those videos just to show you what I went through last time I did marathon training, but that thing just took me out of training for the race altogether. So considering that, this past weekend went very well with 16 miles. Nothing too terrible. I mean, I think that any of us who do these distance races, things are going to hurt. It's just a matter of, is it the kind of hurt that is going to take you out and be very serious? So nothing serious. I had some pains. I think like bottom of my feet were really sore by the end. Quads were really sore. Core was sore. I definitely felt like I ran 16 miles, but no serious pain, no injuries. And so for that, I am really happy. It rained miles 3 through 5 approximately. So the rest of the run, I was just kind of like soggy and damp, and that's just not comfortable. But that was about it. Everything else was pretty much fine. So I'm going to try for 20 next week and see how far I get to hopefully get back on track. And that's what I'm working on. That's what my training is doing. One thing that I am struggling, that I want to talk about today, is I'm really struggling with the goal itself. And what I mean by that is I'm starting to get kind of bored with it. I've been trying to run this marathon for, it'll have been a year and a half by the time I actually run the race. And for me, it's nice to just, you set a goal and you do it and you move on. But for trying to do the same thing for so long, it's starting to get a little bit, I don't know, it's just like losing its shininess for me. And I'm not letting myself make any other goals past the Twin Cities Marathon in October. That'll be my second one at that point. Things go well. I'm not letting myself think of any other goals past that, just because I know myself, and once I get another bigger, badder goal, I'm going to think about that thing instead of this. And so that's why I really I'm not even letting myself make any other goals at this point, just because I feel like that'll take away from what I'm doing. So if anyone has any advice for me on that, on how to make this, what I'm doing, seem a little bit jazzier until I can get through to May, that would be awesome. So my first marathon will be in May, actually on Mother's Day in Delaware. That'll be my first marathon. My second goal will be to PR whatever I did in May in October when I do the Twin Cities Marathon. So that is what I'm working on right now. So if you have any advice, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you're having a great week. And happy Easter late. That was yesterday, so happy Easter. And hope everyone's doing well. Thanks. Bye.